Hey everyone, it's Clint Tucker, a guitar trainer and coach from greater Nashville area. We're working on the 3 different ways you can practice the pentatonic scale. So the first way we're going to practice is just going to be on the single string approach. So you have, in case of E minor pentatonic, we're going to do E, G, A, B, D, E. Then start on the 12th fret, E, G, A, B, D. Then we'll go to the A string, A, B, D, E, G, A, then A, B, D, E, G. Now make sure that we know that there is 2 what we call leaps in the minor pentatonic scale, and that is the 1 to flat 3 and then the 5 to flat 7. In this case, it'll be E and G and B and D. So we go to the D string, D to E, there's that first leap, E to G, A, B, B to D, there's that other leap right there. D, E, leap to G, A, B. G string, G, A, B, leap to D, E, leap to G, A, B, leap to D, E. On the B string, it starts off with a leap, B to D, D, E, E to leap to G, A, B, B, leap to D, E, leap to G, A, and then finally on the E string, E, G, A, B, D, E, G, A, B, D. So that's the first way, to practice it on one string all the way across the neck. The next way to practice it, and this is all for the actual scale. Let me preface that. We're going to be thinking about the first way is with the scale itself. The next way would be to practice it in the pentatonic boxes. But really, if you think about it, what it is, it's a position. And what is a position? It's 2 to 3 frets, sometimes 4 frets if you want it to be. And it's string, like, so you're going across that string, right? And then you're going to the next string and going across that string for whatever 2 to 3 frets. So if you do it like that, that helps you learn it, what I guess you would call vertically, where you're going, stay in the same position. And then you would go to the next one. So if the first note is E, that means the next position is going to start with G. G, A, B, D, E, G, A, B, D, E, G, A. The next one will start with A. A, B, D, E, G, A, B, D, E, G, A, B. Next one starts with B. B, D. Next string is E, G, then A, B, D, E, G, A, B, D. Next one will start with D. G, A, B, D, E, G, A, B, D, E. The next one will start with E. And see, we're back to where we started from. So there's a really good philosophy that we need to remember. However many different notes a scale has will determine how many different positions or boxes that it will contain. We can even call it like inversions in some ways. That kind of helps us get an idea. So if we have 5 different notes in the pentatonic scale, we have 5 different positions that we need to know it in. Okay, that's going to help us develop a sense of, horizontal knowledge on one string. And I suggest to do that one first so that you get more comfortable with it. And then from there, you can start to experiment with 2 strings to 3 strings to help you get into positions. The next way to practice the scale is with sequences. So we can practice with sequences. We can do 3 and 4. And that's really good because the 3 will help you in one set of groupings and 4 will help you in another set of groupings. So if we do it on one single string, this case it would be like E, G, A, G, A, B, A, B, D, B, D, E. And we can play that with triplets. Triplet, 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 triplet. And that's really good to use that on one string. Because it helps us understand how it's going to look horizontally. So keep that in mind. That'll really help us continue to build that. Let's get one more. And of course, we're going to do this with a metronome so that we really help keep our rhythm nice and smooth. I'm just helping you with the concept today. All right, so we had, let's overview. We had horizontal on one string for the scale itself. Then we had vertical positions, which is just horizontal over 2 to 3 frets in every string. Then we had sequencing. We had just done 3s, now we're going to do 4s. So in 4s, I would say the 4s work better when you're in position. But we can do it also for being on one single string. The way we might do that one would be, for instance, so it's going to take a little bit more stretching ideas. But what you're going to do is you're going to play your first note, then play your next 3 notes with the same fingering. Like if you play finger 1 for note 1, note 2 is played with finger 1. That way you can do the next 3 with a 1, 2, 4 fingering or a 1, 3, 4 fingering. Here's what I'm talking about. So if you saw what I did open, first, fourth, second, fourth. Then the next one I'm going to do from G, A, B. I'm going to do G, A with the same finger, and then B, D with fingers 2 and 4. And so on. And that's going to be the same way doing it on one string. This is a really good way to practice stretching with the fingers. By doing it this way too, we can also use alternate picking the entire time, because if we're on the same string, we don't have to worry about crossing strings yet. And so on. Let's go to the B string. You can start to get some pretty cool things if you like experiment with like the 3 and the 4. So that's another thing you could do. You could start to take your sequencing and work on the 3s and the 4s. Like now you have 7. And so on. You can experiment with that too. Now, don't worry, I'm making slight mistakes and stuff. I'm just trying to get you guys to understand the concept. We're not going to try to go too over like a training type of workout. This is more of a concept type of idea today. The next thing we're going to look at is, so we had the notes, practicing the actual scale, horizontally and vertically. And then we did the sequencing we did the positions, and then we did the sequencing. So we could do the sequencing within a position as well. Let's take like this middle one right here, where we're going to do A, B, D, E, G, A, B, D, E, G, A, B. So threes would be... And then we can descend. We've heard that many times. And then if we do fours, it'll be... Now here's something that I found when you're doing fours. Watch that middle finger for the crossover. And then descending. Really helpful. Definitely something to experiment with. The threes, you definitely have heard that many times. And then the fours. If we just move that around. That's very Eric Johnson-ish. You definitely get an idea for that. The third way we could practice this stuff is with chords. So a great idea is to take the position that you're in and how many actual power chords can we do out of that? Or, you know, whatever kind of like chords we want. Okay, so like in the same position that we were in, how many could we do? So if we start with the A note, we got that one, which is a D. It's A and D, and then we have A and E. So I got those two power chords that I could use out of that. And then let's see here, from the B note, I don't have any power chords. It would be intervals. So let's move to the next set. We have a D. There we go. That's a G power chord. And these are really counterpoint because it's two notes, but you get the idea. You can make chord ideas out of this. And then you have a D. That one works. So G and D. And then off the E, we have the B that's on the G string. So there we have right there. That's great right there. We'll go to the G note. We have that one. And then we also have that third right there. So we could play the third and the fifth. And that means we also have a triad right there. Out of the A, we go to the B string and play that E right there. But we also have that above it right there. Or below it, I guess. So we have those two variations of A power chord right there. On the B, we have that E right there. So we have that, and then if we go to that note, it's kind of like a G idea. That's a B and a G. But if you play that kind of together, it sounds like an E minor type of sound. When we go to the D note, we have an A right there, and there's your power chord. Right there, that's a D power chord. And then we also have the G right there. It's a G power chord. So we have a G, D, E minor. You know, we could do something like that right there. And then on the E note, we have the B right there, making it an E power chord. And then the G, we can use that B again. So just in that one spot, I got all kinds of little power chord ideas that I can mess with. just start to get the idea. You can definitely make a lot of cool things out of that. So right there, in one position, we have quite a few like power chords and position power chords that we can practice as well. So let's wrap this up and you know, put everything back together on a nice little bow. You have the pentatonic scale. You can practice on one string across. Then you can practice it in vertical positions. Then you can practice it in sequences. You know, 3s and 4s. Then you can practice those as well in a position. And then you have like power chords that you can practice. And this is just scratching the surface of what we can do. But you can take those 3 types of concepts and immediately start putting that to work in your practice on your pentatonic scale. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and stay tuned. We're going to have more coming for you, okay? Hey, y'all have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.